Listen and call in toll free 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube and share love and light.
The world is changing now, and we don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart. The ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking us to move along, to open up a different way of loving one another. We can't stay the same. We've lost the game of life. We can't run away anymore. The world is changing now. We need to heed the warning. The world is calling you to rise above where you've been. The world is changing now. What we did before doesn't work. It's time for you. It's time for me to change. The world is changing now. Won't you change and open your heart? Open your
Open your heart, right here on the Oldies Station. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. And we're so glad to have you here. And tonight, we're going to explore the energy of love. What does the world need right now The world needs love. And as we transform our world, everything happens beautifully. And as we grow as humans, we have the power to change the world. We have the power to shift consciousness. We have the power to wish others well. Because you've got everything that you need all across the world. It's available for you. It's just understanding that everything happens for a reason.
'Cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did.
Everything changes.
We don't know the
And you can create whatever you want.
We have to listen to our heart, the ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other.
Well, here we are.
World is changing
And
now.
we are most certainly
It's
just enjoying the
asking
joys
us
of
to move
technology
along, to
And as we open up the doors of
different
possibilities, the one thing we really want to open up to is the energy of love. And the energy of everything that you want to create. So what does the world need? The world needs love. The world needs shifts and changes. The world requires each one of us to be a better human being. And it asks of you to step out of your comfort zone. And at times, just get over yourself. Get over what worries you, what concerns you, what consumes you. It's a time for all of you to really learn to love yourself and to love the part of you that is wounded. When we look out into the world and we see disruption, hurt, pain, corruption, we see conflicts in companies, in families, in cities, in towns, in countries. We have to ask ourselves what's missing. And what's missing is the energy of love. What's missing is the power to connect to that energy of love, because that has the ability to shift anything. There's a conscious force that rests, that resides within love. And that's the force that you can use to change the trajectory of any story. No, we may not always agree. And we all have our own wounds and our own stories, and we even have our own opinions. And they may not all align. But we can still come from a place of love. We can still come from a place of connectivity, heart to heart. We can still feel each other. And by understanding and feeling each other, we then give ourselves the ability to broaden our horizons of love. Every day, take the moment to look at what you're grateful for and send that gratitude to the people that you want to have gratitude. Send that flow to them so that they can experience that. It is an important time for all of us to really tune into the energy of love and to really embrace that connection. How can you be a better human? We have to ask ourselves, how do we do that? We have to ask ourselves, how do we get beyond our own human frailties? How do we step out of the experience of all the pain that we've had? How do we step beyond those times in our life when we were disappointed? And how do we embrace a different perspective through love? And the first thing we want to do is we truly want to love ourselves. We want to appreciate who we are. You know, we all have that little munchkin in our head that says to you, well, look at you. You're really not worth much. Or, well, guess that didn't work out for you. Or, good way to go, in that critical voice that you might say to yourself. There's always something that can disrupt you and put you in a different place of energy. But when that voice comes up upon you and it doesn't allow you to feel love for self, then you're automatically disconnected from the flow of the universe, the flow of God. You're automatically stepping away from your true power, because your true power is the power of love. Your true power is the power to direct energy to make things happen the way you imagine them to. Now, I know, you'll say, but I've had a lot of experiences in my life, and I've wished, and I've done my meditations, and I've set goals, and it didn't happen the way I wanted it to happen. Well, I'm going to tell you something. If you're not feeling love for yourself, if you're not feeling that connection, if you're not feeling that understanding for who you are and where you come from and what you've experienced and how those experiences have created a dynamic, a paradigm, something that separates you from your strength, your inner spiritual core. If you're not accounting for that and tending to that, then you're not functioning at full power. And right now the world needs you functioning as full power. Right now you need you functioning at full power. You need you to step out of the hole of life that has sucked you into a routine that no longer serves you, that has held you prisoner to things that you don't even want to be doing, that has made you feel as if you couldn't be who you wanted to be, so you just settled. What are you settling for? And how can you settle for something less than what you desire? You're just going to suck it up? You're going to just believe that something is okay even if it's not okay? We can't do that. We have to believe that there's a force of energy inside of you that really has given you the power and the worth to be something better than you think you can. To be, well, look at it this way. To be a person that is creative and expansive. A person who has the ability to express themselves in their truth. It's time for you to be able to do that. It's time for you to Learn that you are powerful and not allow yourself to get disrupted by the things that have held you back. Because when you hold on to angst, anger, frustration, disappointment, those emotions, those feelings, those experiences, they're preventing you from being where you need to be. They're preventing you from lining up with what God has for you. And when you're in that energy and you're a vibrating being, think of a chord that you hit on a guitar or on a harp or when you push down the key of the piano. And as long as you hold your finger there, the sound resonates. And as it vibrates, it continues to vibrate out. When you're angry, you're still vibrating. You're just sending out the wrong vibration. Now, why do I know the world needs love? Because if you look in the mirror and you're not feeling good about your life or somewhere where you are in your experience, or you're holding on to anger and hate and disappointment and frustration and disagreements, if you're holding on to all those vibrations and you're one person, but you can name 10 other people that you know are not happy with their job or not happy with their marriage or feel as if they had a horrible childhood, or they don't feel like they're ever going to get out of where they are and they feel like their dreams have never come to fruition and they feel helpless and hopeless. And you can name people who feel that way in some way in their life, and that's their dominant feelings, then what vibration are they sending out? Now you put us all together. And what are we vibrating? Are we vibrating love? Or are we sending out the vibration of disappointment, hurt, pain, conflict? Is it any wonder we can't get along? Is it any wonder that things are just going wrong? Because even the happenings in the world, some people find this hard to believe, but the happenings in the world, the ones that are unexplainable, are accumulation of energy. I often tell people, don't talk about the accident that you saw on the way to work. Yes, it's a shame, and send prayers, send love, send energy. But don't keep talking about it. Oh, on the way to work, I saw this accident. And oh my goodness, there was fire trucks and police cars, and oh, I think somebody really got hurt. I hope they're okay. Okay. But then you tell the next person and the next person and the next person. That's a vibration. I'm not saying you can't share what you see and experience. But careful how much you share it. Careful how you share it. Careful not to make that be the vibration that's around you. Because then you end up being the person in the wrong place at the wrong time, caught up in an accident or something unusual that causes you a disruption. Because you're creating that energy. But if we can come from a place of love, if we could come from a place of harmony, if we could come from a place of, okay, I may have had experiences that disappointed me and disrupted me, and I went through them, and I'm braver for it, I'm stronger for it, I have more character for it, I'm more determined now, I have a better understanding, it was a lesson, it was a teaching tool, and now I'm ready to accomplish my dreams, and I am fortified by the power of love. I'm fortified by the power of God. I'm fortified by the power of the angels. I am fortified by the power of who I am. Now you're getting somewhere. That's the frequency I want you to hold. When you notice something that is uncomfortable or difficult or tragic, bless it. Send it love. Don't hold on to it, though. Send it love and release it. Let God and the angels handle it. And anything that has you fearful or uncomfortable that you don't have an answer to, well, You've just got to trust that there's a higher power that's going to work it all out. That you may not have all the answers. We've all been through quite a bit of trauma over the years. But we also cannot become desensitized and disconnect ourselves from the collective because there's too much going on. We need to send love. We need to send love to the people who don't agree with our opinions. We need to send love to ourselves. We need to send love to the people who are going through tragic times. And so much has happened in the world. We've had plane crashes, fires. It's been a lot since January 1st. Shootings. So how do we overcome this as a collective? The families of these tragedies will rally together and they will hold each other in strength and love. And those of us who can send love, we send love. Those of us who take the time. And those of you who can help in other ways, you assist. And together as a country, as a community, as a consciousness upon this earth, we can shift the story. We can't rebuild their house and make it not have happened. We can't change a circumstance or a story of a tragedy, but we can offer support. And there's an energetic support that you can offer. You can say a prayer. And even though that person doesn't know you, if you're saying a prayer and someone else is saying a prayer and someone else is sending love, and we're all thinking positive thoughts, again, it won't change what has happened, but it'll make it easier for that person to move on. It'll make it easier for them to heal. It'll make it easier for all of us. And it also will begin to seal ourselves up in love so that some of the things that happen, that maybe as a collective consciousness we could have prevented from happening, the power of love will transcend whatever negativity is upon the planet and be sure to make sure it doesn't happen again. You have power. And the power you have is love. And love transcends everything. So believe in that power and believe in yourself. And heal yourself. When you feel those bad feelings bubbling up, that uncomfortability, that sadness, that sorrow, even something from childhood, dig down deep. Forgive the people who were a part of the story. Forgive yourself. Give yourself grace. Allow yourself to mourn it, but then let it go. Don't keep bringing it up. Don't keep processing it. We don't have to over-process all of these emotions. We just need to acknowledge that there's a time and place that as an innocent person, as a young person, as someone who came from a good, meaningful purpose in their experience, maybe got hurt, got disappointed by someone, got betrayed, got neglected. Whatever the story is, let it go. And come from a place of love and love yourself. And then you will have all the tools necessary to create the life that you do want in 2025. And always be in the energy of love. Well, we're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we're going to answer your phone calls at 866-972-7247, right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And in our 8 o'clock hour, we've got Stacie Haller, our resident astrologer. She'll be popping on to tell us, well, what does the astrology have for you? And how does that impact your journey this month? We've got a lot to tell you that's coming up at the Expedito Enlightenment Center, and I just can't wait to talk to you and answer questions on Facebook and YouTube on Sarah Spiritual. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart, the ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking us to move along, to open up a different way.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
WSFS 104.3 HD3 Miramar, WFLM 104.7 HD3 Palm Beach Shores, and heard in Broward on 96.9 FM, Boca Raton on 95.3 FM, West Palm Beach on 95.9 FM, and in Martin County on 106.9 FM. We are South Florida's home for the True Oldies Channel.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome back to the next 2 hours of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all experience and knowledge. We have another 2 hours to listen and call in 866-9-SARAHs. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and you can share the love and light.
The world is changing now, and we don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart. The ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking us to move along, to open up a different way of loving one another.
And we are back here live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. 866-972-7247. We want to make sure you call and join the conversation. So what does the world need? What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Yep, that's what we need. We need some love. We got some crazy stuff going on. And it's kind of rattling everyone. I get it. But we have to trust. We have to pray. We have to remember that something is working for us. Not everything is conspiring against us. We have to tap into that power, that truth, that energy. And as you move yourself in the direction of what you want to create in your life, just know that love is the answer. Love is the power. Love is the creator. We welcome your phone calls and we welcome your comments on Facebook and on YouTube. Go to Sarah Spiritual. If you're on Facebook, please share the page, share the light, share the love. If you're on YouTube on Sarah Spiritual, like the page. There on our YouTube page, you will find all our past shows. And we've done a lot. Matter of fact, well, most of them are up on YouTube, but I can tell you we have 755 live shows because today's our 755th live radio show. So we're so glad to be here with all of you since 2009. One of our callers last week, Cheryl, called and she was talking and she said that I guess when we were on a little break and we weren't here for a week or two when we weren't answering the calls live, which rarely happens here. She's like, oh my God, I thought you retired. Retired? Where am I going? Well, not time to put me out to pasture because, well, we're still here on the old youth station. And I sure hope you're not going out to pasture because I don't think they get good signal out there. And I sure want you to keep listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And I want you to visit me at Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach if you're local to South Florida. And even if you're not, you can go to sarahspiritual.com and you can still be a part of some of our fabulous events we've got coming up at the center. I've got some classes coming up, and, well, we're going to start with our first class, which is February 20th. That is our self-love class. Do you love you? I mean, do you really love you? Well, it's time to love you. And, well, according to Hallmark Channel, it's Love-uary. So we've got to love ourselves, and sometimes we have trouble because we've got that critical self inside that's making us judge ourselves and not feel good enough or smart enough or attractive enough and just not feel good. Well, we're going to teach you how to tap into that energy and have that self-love that you can project, because if you're looking for a partner, if you don't love yourself, how are you going to get that partner? How are you going to be part of a love relationship when you have your own self-loathing going on? It's not an easy thing to be in love when you don't love you. So we're going to teach you how to love you and how to release some of the old programming. So go to sarahspiritual.com. That class is February 20th. It is only $16. So we'd love to have you be a part of that class. And then our next class is on March 4th. And this class is all about energy. Cutting energy that doesn't serve you. Do you feel as an empath you absorb other people's energy? Do you feel drained when you're around other people? Do you still feel a cord of energy connecting you to a past love? And you want to cut the cord? Like, are you finding yourself thinking about someone from the past, dreaming about them, and you're like, ick, I don't want to do that. Well, that means there's still a cord of energy. We're going to teach you how to cut the cord, release the energy, and help free you and put you back in your own spiritual flow. That class is also $16. It's on Tuesday, March 4th, and I'd love to see you at the Expedito Enlightenment Center, but if you're not available to come to West Palm Beach to take that class live, we do it online as well. So whether you're online or live in the center, you're going to have the same experience. So we hope you join us. Then we've got another class coming up right after that. And that class, well, that's the class that's really going to help you open up and transform yourself, because we are going to discover your past lives. Do you think this is your first rodeo on planet Earth? I think not. You've been on the planet before. You've had experiences. Do you have deja vu? Do you meet people and think, I feel like I know them? Matter of fact, the song, Do You Know Me? Do I Know You? I Think We Met Before. It's a past life song. It's a song that talks about two souls that meet together that knew that they knew each other from before. And it's just this instant knowing and this, well, instant connection. So if you're feeling that with different people that you meet in your life, whether you feel attracted to them or they repel you, there's a lot of past life things. Do you have a fear that's bubbling up inside of you? Are you afraid of water? Are you afraid to go on a boat? Are you afraid of bees? Maybe there was a past life where you had an encounter with something. Are you afraid to drown? Maybe you drowned in a past life. Well, we help you explore that and discover what your past lives were. We help you heal them and reposition yourself to have benefits in this lifetime. And then our next class, that class is Thursday, March 13th. Let me not forget to say that. Live at the center and online. And then our next class, well, one of the things that blocks us is our inability to forgive ourselves and to forgive others. So we've got our forgiveness class. Now, both the forgiveness class and the self-love class, they're going to involve singing bowls and music to help align your soul to the frequencies of healing. So visit sarahspiritual.com because our forgiveness class is Tuesday, March 18th. We'd love to have you join us. So if you're not local, pop online. I want to know who my radio listeners are, and I want to help educate you so that you can have the best spiritual path ever. Well, we're going to go to our phone lines at 866-972-7247, and we're going to answer your questions and see what's happening. So we are going to go to Sonia. Sonia is in Orlando. Sonia, how are you? Good to have you here, Sonia.
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm well. Good to connect with you, Sonia. Is this your first time calling?
Yes, it is.
And how did you hear about
I
the
just
show?
have to say I love your singing.
Oh, thank you. How did you hear about the show, Sonia?
Well, I was on Facebook scrolling and I was listening to you. And it was really interesting what you were saying.
Well, thank goodness for
And
Facebook.
I
Welcome
decided
to our family.
to give you a call and speak to you and hear what the angels had to say for me.
Yes. Well, you know what I hear when you say that? Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plain. So we've got you in this powerful energy of really a creative energy. You know, Sonia, if you've been feeling a little stuck, a little stagnant, like it's the same old, and you're feeling like you need to do something new and kind of make a shift because you're feeling a little stuck, is that how you're feeling?
Yes, that's true.
It's a creative time for you. Your angels are going to bring you a lot of creativity. As we first start out this 2025, they want you to be in better order and better balance. And as we move you forward throughout the year, they want you to get out of the box and stop making excuses for some of the things that happen that kind of limit you, and make the changes that you know you want to change, you need to change, make those changes. Because as you move yourself in the direction of later this year, I see financial change for the better. I see growth. And I feel as if the routine is starting to wear on you and that my guides are telling me you're not rested enough, and I see you burnt out. Is that also true?
Yes, it is.
Emotionally, physically, spiritually, you are burnt out. I also feel that there's a lot of responsibility and burdens on your shoulders, Sonia. So I know sometimes we can't just dump off all the burdens and not handle them, but I want you to trust that the universe is going to have your back and everything's going to come to you with ease and grace. What is your burning question for me here?
Burning question is if I'm going to be all right. I'm going through a lot lately, physically, mentally, and I just feel overwhelmed with everything that's going on. It seems like it started at the beginning of the year and it's been one behind the other so far.
Yeah, your back's against the wall is what they show me. And for whatever reason, there's a lot of people who are experiencing exactly what you said. Like since January 1st, it's just been an interesting entrance to 2025, and most certainly not what everyone looked forward to. But there was an accumulation of things that had to be settled and taken care of, and a lot of things came to a head for you, and it's just a way to clear out. Do you have a question? They're talking to me about a mother. Do you have a question about your mother, please?
My mother passed 2014, and she keeps appearing in my dreams.
Yeah, because they're showing me your mom, and they just made me feel like you had a question about her. She's appearing in your dreams because she wants you to know that she's with you, supporting you. I wrote on my paper here because whenever I talk to someone, I'm always scribbling, and I keep writing mother, mom, mother, mom, mother, mom. And moms are like right above you, looking out for you. And apparently your puppy agrees with me as well. So you're not alone in this, and I feel like you have been a caretaker for many in your journey, Sonia. Is that also true?
Yes, I took care of my mother. I'm still taking care of my stepdad, my daughter, my brother.
Yeah. And so she's
I
letting
feel
you know
like I'm
she's with
taking
you.
care of everybody.
I understand. But know that Mom's with you. She's in great appreciation. She's here to support you. And that everything's going to be all right. And when we move you towards the month of May, I know it's still a few months away, but things are going to feel a little bit more in rhythm. You're going to feel more in balance. And then we're going to be able to be in a more creative state and break some of these shackles of routine and obligation and burden. Not that you don't do what you do with an open heart and with love, but we do really need to rectify some matters around you. And financially, things are going to be okay. I trust that I've been of service to you, Sonia, and you're glad that you called.
Yes, definitely. I just have one more question.
Yes.
I had a sister that passed away in March, and I always used to call her mom as well, like she was my second mom. And I went to New York to see her before she passed, and I felt like she passed away that same weekend that I was there. It was like she was waiting for me.
She waited for you. She did. That's exactly what I heard. She waited for you. And interesting, so interesting, because on my paper, if you were sitting here, you'd be looking at my paper and you'd be like, oh my goodness, I wrote mom, I wrote mother, I wrote mom, I wrote mother, I wrote mom, I wrote mother. So perhaps your mother was referencing mom as well. All right. Your sister herself is not coming directly through to me at this minute, but most certainly I get from my guides that she waited for you so she could say goodbye to you. And I know that she will be united with your mom and your other loved ones on the other side. I look forward to talking to you again, Sonia. You're welcome. Be sure to like the page on Sarah Spiritual and get the notifications. So every time we're on, every Wednesday, 6:30 to 9, you can call in, you can talk to us, and we will be here for you. All right? Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Bye
you.
for
God
now.
bless.
God bless you. Bye for now. 866-972-7247. From Orlando, Florida, I've got to go to Kathy. Kathy's in Oregon. Kathy, how are you?
Where do you want to eat, or what do you want to do for food?
Kathy, you're on radio, so I can take an order for the radio people and see what they want to eat. But you're on live radio with Sarah Spiritual. How are you? Are you with us, Kathy? All right. Somehow I think we lost Kathy, or she's taking her dinner order for her family so she can be sure that we can connect that here. So we're going to take a call from Jessica. And Jessica is in Davie. Jessica, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
Good.
Hello?
I don't know. I was just helping take a food order somewhere along the way here in Oregon.
No, that was, I don't think Kathy in Oregon was on the phone, because that was me. Because I had it on, it was me. Sorry.
All right. Well, what are we having for dinner, Jessica? So what are we having for dinner?
I am not sure yet. We didn't get an answer.
Okay.
How are you doing, Sarah?
I'm doing
so happy
well.
to connect with you.
Good to connect with you. And I don't know. I'm thinking cheeseburger, fries, something cool, That's what I'm thinking.
That sounds like
I
a
don't
good
know. You're in
idea. I think we
Davie.
can
I'm
do
in
that.
Boca. Show ends at 9:00. So
Yeah.
come on, bring the food. We'll be here. So let's take a
All
look at
right.
where you are on this journey. So you're on your soul train journey. Okay. Soul train takes you to places that expect you to do some work on yourself spiritually, emotionally. It's time for you to kind of dig deep and really live for your purpose. Don't live to do what people expect you to do. All right? You have to live for your purpose. And I feel as if there's a shift, a change having to do with money for you. Are we looking for some type of shift in our financial picture right now?
Yeah, that's a big part. I'm I'm still in the middle of the courts. Last time when we spoke, I was. It's been just about a year. So that's something that's playing a part in all of this. But I feel like I'm like at a crossroads with decisions that I have to make, and I'm just. Your email came up today, and it just was one of those times where like I was just scrolling through my emails, and it just came up, and it just was so bright. You know, it was just like, you know what? Oh, it's tonight. I have to make sure I listen or call in, or even if I sometimes, you know, if I listen, sometimes there's a message, but if the phone doesn't get answered, I know, okay, maybe that resonates with me.
Yes.
So I'm grateful to be
and we're glad to have you here. We're glad to have you here. Are we thinking of making a move, or we're in court for a move that we want to make, or something to do with child support? What are we in court for?
Both
Okay.
things are
well, I'm
going
so
on.
glad. I'm so glad I got little lawyers in my little spirit guide clan that are like, okay, it's child support, and we've got a move, and there's resistance from the other party, and we've got to fix this. Okay, well, go ahead and pray to Archangel Michael, okay? You know, I don't feel that you're getting enough participatory support from the father of your child, right? So it is important for you to stand your ground. I feel like there's good opportunity for you if you move, and you need to make your case so that can happen. And I also feel that you need to be compensated for the care of your child. This is really important for you. And did that case get pushed back from one date to another, please? Because I feel like there was a change of something in the calendar.
Yeah, multiple times. We've had to do for mediation, and then mediation was just recently. And there was no agreement or settlement, and now I have to make the decision to either continue with mediation or just go to trial. And I'm not confident in either, or I'm just unsure. I feel like I'm at a crossroads, like what path to go down. And
well, I mean, you can go.
I try and weigh out both sides.
If you go to mediation, you know, the problem is that the other party doesn't want to give an inch, correct?
Not much, no.
Okay. And they particularly don't want to let you move. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was told even in $1 million, if I gave him $1 million, he would never agree.
Yeah, that makes it hard. But you could try for the lottery, because if you get $5 million and you give him $2 million, that might make a difference, right? But when we look at this, you know, if you speak to a judge, once that decision's made and the judge says yay or nay, you know, you've got to live by that decision for the next 15 years.
12 years.
You know, so, or I don't know, how old is your son now already? Goodness gracious. 7?
6.
6? Okay, there you go.
No,
right?
6. Yeah.
6. All right, so we've got a while, right? So go back to mediation. If you feel like there's something you can settle. If you feel like he's going to just say the same thing, then you put together the best case and the best heartfelt explanations as to why you need what you need and why you want to do what you want to do. And you do your prayers. You do everything that you know to do. You've been studying your spirituality for a long time. You know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So call upon Archangel Michael, Jessica, and make it happen. Okay?
All right. I will continue my prayers and my focus. And it's as far as spirit, just like I feel like mediation is the best for us, because I understand that, like, my decision is going to trial. Like I understand the consequences on both sides. I'm just not sure.
Yeah. I don't feel like you're ready to go to trial, you yourself, because you need to really be ready to go to trial. One thing you may want to do is, if you can relocate, perhaps there's a deal you can agree to that he gets all the holidays. You know, you give up a lot, but it allows you to move and create the life that you want.
Yeah, that was
You know,
a
so
part
he'll get most of this. He'll get most of the time in the summer. He'll get the holidays. He'll, you know, on the weekends that are 3-day weekends, you'll find a way to get him to him. You know, you're just going to have to get creative.
Yeah.
So map out something different to offer him this time with the help of your lawyer, because I'm not a lawyer and I cannot give you legal advice. And
yes, of course.
see what you can come up with. And then if he says no, then you know that the judge is going to have to overrule the other parent in favor of you, because you make a really good case for why you want to do what you do. That's why I'm saying you're not ready for trial, because you don't have enough to explain to the judge. Like, it's not organized enough yet.
I can see that.
All right.
I can see that.
But let's see if we can get this all settled by the month of May in 2025. See if we can get you back in mediation, and let's see if we can get you in front of a judge before May 2025. All right?
Okay.
All right, Jessica, thank you so much for following the show. We appreciate you following us. I know you've been a part of our family for a long time, so please know that I appreciate that you have not forgotten us here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and we send the angels to surround you and your beautiful son so that everything will work out according to the divine plan in perfection. All right?
Thank you, Sarah, so
You're
much.
welcome.
I appreciate you, and looking forward to coming to your classes.
I look forward to seeing you. All right. Bye for now.
Okay. Bye.
866-972-7247. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back from Davie, Florida, we're going to go to, well, we really got to rock around the country here. So stay tuned, everyone, because I got another state to go to when we get back from this commercial break.
I know you, have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your song? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its story, like a movie playing in a different theater. And the characters, they change like water into wine. Everything comes when the stars align.
Yes, indeed, everything comes when the stars align, and you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on the Oldies Station on 95.3, 95.9, 96.9, 106.9, 104.7 HD3, 103.1 HD3, and let's not forget our friends in Miami on WSFS and 104.3. We're so glad to have all of you here listening here in South Florida. And of course, all across the nation, thanks to social media and the iHeartMedia app and all the radio apps that are out there. So glad to be connected with you. Hi to everyone on Facebook and YouTube. Glad to have you joining us. We're answering questions and really understanding what the world needs more of right now is love. And, you know, we are, for some of our first callers, we heard how their beginning of the year, Happy New Year, wasn't such a Happy New Year. So sounds like a lot of people have started 2025 kind of going through some challenges. And based on everybody that I've been blessed to read so far this year, there seems to be a lot of people who've just had a lot of hiccups coming into January. One of my dear clients who I'd met at a expo, probably back in 2014, 2015, when I connected with her today, unfortunately she lost her mom. She lost her dad first and then her mom just 10 days later. So that was her January. So wherever you are, whatever you're going through, know that, you know, we are with you. Our hearts are with you. Everyone here on the show who works on the show, we are always holding space and energy of love for everyone. We may not get to talk to you personally. You may never pick up the phone and call us here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. I hope you do, but if you don't, just know that the words that we speak here are not just for the callers. They're for everybody who's listening. Because we all know that everybody who's going through something, well, we all have a lot in common. You know, so someone else's question and situation can definitely resonate with someone who's just listening. So from sunny South Florida, I'm I'm going to pop over to Michigan. I'm sure it's a little chilly there. And we've got Sade in Michigan. Sade, how are you?
I'm fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing well, Sade, and Happy New Year. What's your burning question for us here?
Happy New Year to you also. And I wanted to know, I'm being harassed and stalked at the moment, and I wanted to know who is the person that's doing it and why are they doing it?
You're being harassed, and what was the other word that you said? Stalked?
Yes.
Well, seems to feel like a female energy, Sade. Okay. Someone who is against you and seems to be tied to something personal. Did we have a little drama with a past relationship?
Okay.
Did you have any drama in a past relationship recently that kind of blew up?
Yes. It's actually been two people that I could think of, but I don't know which person it can be. But yes, both situations I had issues in.
All right. Well, we got to change our central point of attraction because we cannot keep attracting drama. So there's some energy that's female, some female person, some energy that is sending you bad energy and thinks that you're like into their man or something. I don't know what that's about, but, or they want their boyfriend back. Well, apparently if it was that dramatic and uncomfortable at both of those past relationships, those girls can have them. So we're not into that. So those boys can go back from where they came from. And the girls that want to stalk you and abuse you online and bother you, they need to grow up, right? So when people do that behavior, just block them and just do your prayers, ask for the angels. Eventually it's going to stop. And you need to ask yourself, and this is an important question, this is some work for you to do, Sade. Ask yourself, who inside of me, what part of me feels like she has to attract people that don't have their act together and create drama in my life? Why do I feel like I need a dramatic life? What feels out of balance inside of me? Where do I not feel peaceful within? Because you keep attracting chaos into your romantic life. And that hasn't just been this past year. It's been a pattern, is what my guides are telling me. So you deserve better. You deserve a stand-up guy. You need to meet someone who's going to show up and be there for you in the way that you want to be loved, is going to be solid, is going to be dedicated, hardworking, honest, not come with a story that isn't even the truth. You need to create that energy, and you need to expect that from the person who may be your partner. And we do not allow them into your inner circle until they've proven themselves. Do you hear me?
Yes, I do. I always tell myself, well, I'm healing right now, and I know throughout the years I was trying to fill a void, but now I don't need any more voids filled.
Correct. Remember, you want to tell yourself, I am light, I am love, I am whole, I am happy, I am healed, I am protected, I am worthy, I am enough. You need to remind yourself, and every day say, I am decrees that state, I am worthy, I am happy, I am peaceful, I am loving, I am lovable, I am deserving of all my dreams, I am. And begin to manifest that energy around you so that you attract a partner who's going to be willing to show up for you the way you're showing up for them. Right? Because these boys, and they're boys, honey. I don't think you've dated a man yet. All right? These boys are just playing around, and they're playing with fire, and I don't want you in the house when it burns. I don't want you in the wrong place at the wrong time because they're doing the wrong things. So it's what I'm hearing from my spirit guides. Now, when I look at your birthday and I look at where you are and I look at the journey, I'm here to tell you, if there ever was a year for love, if there ever was a time to attract a partner, a life partner, a mate, this year has got the vibratory pattern that is like a magnet for love. I didn't say a magnet for roaches. I said a magnet for love. So I want you to pay attention and make sure that you are attracting people who are not slipping and sliding in the middle of the night. Okay?
Yeah.
So when I move you into the energy of June of this year, that's when those energies begin to open up, and you've got like this full 12 months from June to June. That takes us into 2026. That someday my prince will come. You can attract your prince. So focus on what you want. Write down a list, 100 qualities of a partner that you want in your life. I want you to write it down. I want you to fold it up on a piece of paper. I want you to put it in your wallet, put it in your purse. I want you to carry it with you wherever you go, and it will become the magnet of attraction. And you want someone who's kind, who's loyal, who's honest. By the way, loyal and honest are not the same thing. You want to make sure you have them both. Someone who's a good conversationalist, someone who's good hardworking, someone who's respectful. Write down every quality. If you want them to put the dishes in the dishwasher and help you in the kitchen, then I want you to put that too. I want you to put everything you want, no less than 100, and put it in your wallet. And everywhere you go, I want you to say, I don't know where, I don't know when, but today's the day true love comes my way. I don't know where, I don't know when, but today's the day true love comes my way. And you open your heart, you open up your energy, and love is going to come. All right? And for the female that's stalking you and bothering you, shame on her. She needs to get her own life. And I want you to ask Archangel Michael to cut the cord that has you so fascinating to her that she's got nothing else to do but wonder what you up to. And I want you to just release it. All right, Sade, good. I'm glad we were able to take your call. Everything is going to work out, and stay away from those dramatic boys, all right?
Yes, ma'am. You have a wonderful evening, and make sure that you smile, because I am.
All right, we got you. All right, honey. Bye for now. 866-972-7247. And we're going to go to Lorianne. And Lorianne is in Nova Scotia. So if Michigan's a little chilly, I wonder what's going on in Nova Scotia. Lorianne, what's the weather like in Nova Scotia?
It is certainly chilly here. I can't convert it. I know it's minus 12 degrees Celsius here. I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit, however, but it is cold.
It's chilly, and it's definitely not our 85 degrees Fahrenheit that we were here in South Florida. So we send you a breath of warm air. So thank you so much for calling. Is this your first time calling into the show, Lorianne?
It's the first time calling into the show, yes. I did have a session with you, personal session, I think about 1.5 to 2 years ago, though, yeah.
All right, wonderful. Well, welcome back. Good to connect with you again. And yeah, this is a good career year. This is a good money year. This is a year for you to make some moves. It is a year for you to position yourself in a better way. What is your question for us, Lorianne?
Kind of related to that, actually. So I'm retiring in July from education, but I still have a passion for education, and I just want to go kind of in a different direction. I'd like to, my heart wants to bring me overseas, somewhere away. However, the big hiccup is my daughter, who's going to start her first year of university.
Yes.
I don't know if she's kind of ready to be separated from her mom yet. Her dad's around, but, it's a concern I have, yeah.
Well,
and I want to know if I'm going overseas or if I'm staying here, pretty much, yeah.
Well, that's a choice, all right? But I do feel that I don't really see you teaching the way you were teaching, right? So
yeah.
I feel like you're going to have a more, I don't want to use the word administrative, though. So I know you have a particular vision. I don't see you locked up in an office.
I was an administrator.
Okay, but I don't see you being
a school administrator.
But I don't see you being an administrator the way you were. Like, I don't see you locked up in an office and managing people, and but I also don't see you on the front lines teaching either. So I really feel that you're going to be some type of educational liaison. You're going to help people in particular ways that is going to assist them in just a particular niche, not necessarily teaching English or algebra to children in another country. I don't see that. But I do see you implementing programs, helping create outreach and better community within the schools. something along that lines, which is a little bit more purposeful and meaningful in your life, that is going to bless you. I don't see you going overseas just yet. I would say that after June, that would be a consideration for you. It depends on the country as well.
I've got a friend in Turkey, so I'm thinking about going there.
Well, the world is spinning right now, so we're going to see what happens in the world in the next few months. So I'm not going to give you a slam dunk about leaving the country, but I have plan A and plan B, and plan B maybe you stay in Nova Scotia or somewhere around there, and you see where you can implement some of your ideas there, and then you entertain Turkey, and then we'll see what's going on, because you really want to make a choice that's going to be easy for you to manage life, and of course easy for you to remain in a safe way. Yes.
Yeah.
But this is the perfect year, Lorianne, for you to be making these changes. This is a year of financial growth. It is a year of change, promotion, advancement. And so you call it retirement. We say that you're advancing on to your next phase that is all about your ability to implement and change the lives of youth. And that's part of your mission.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Do not see you staying still and doing nothing and retiring and going on vacation every day. Your daughter would have a little difficult time without you here. That is true. So I think once she gets her feet wet a bit, it'll be easier for you to leave. Once she's acclimated, then she'll be happy to have her independence and probably not you hanging over her shoulder. So there's a plus to mommy being somewhere else. But she's not aware of that part yet. So right now she's just like, I want my mommy. But that will begin to morph, as you know, as she develops, and it'll make it easier for you. So perhaps we start in Nova Scotia and then we go to Turkey. That will be determined after June of this year, but you are thinking and acting in the right direction, and this is the direction for you to go so that you can step into your next phase of your career.
Great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And you've got a beautiful energy.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and thank you so much for joining us here and remembering me, and welcome to the show. Keep us posted. Let us know where you end up, because if you're in Turkey, I'm going to put in an order for a lot of evil eye bracelets, all right? Thanks so much.
Sure.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now. 866-972-7247. Yes, we love buying things from Turkey. They've got some fabulous items for protection. So I've got to go to Diane, and Diane is in Melbourne, Florida. Diane, how are you tonight? Hi, Diane. Are you with us? Diane, are you with us? All right. I don't know if we've got Diane in Melbourne, Florida on the line. So we're going to let that hold for a minute, and we're going to go to Pembroke Pines, and we've got Denise on the line. So we'll just switch from Diane to Denise. Let's see if we could get Denise on the line. Denise, how are you? Denise in Pembroke Pines, are you with us? All right, let's see what's happening here. All right, Denise. All right, so what we're going to do is let's pull our questions up on Facebook while they're... Okay, so let's take a look here. Yeah, they must have left their phones. Yeah, well, we understand that. So let's just go quickly onto the Facebook page and our YouTube page, and let's pull some questions from there. And that will get everyone who's got it themselves on mute and who've walked away from their phones. We got people ordering dinner. We got people doing all sorts of stuff, you know. So, hey, we're family. We get it. So we got Tammy Hill, and Tammy Hill says, my dear friend Karen, who passed, their birthday, and we are both theater writers. She had, oh yes, so her friend passed, and so Ariana Rose is saying that her dear friend she has passed in her birthday, and they're both theater writers together, and Ariana Rose is a very gifted writer, by the way, and Ariana is asking if her friend who passed in 2022 is with her. And, there's a common energy that the two of you shared in the style and the way that you executed writing and wrote your scripts and your manuscripts and your theater work was all in similar ways. And so my guides are making me feel that when you are writing, Ariana Rose, what is occurring is you're actually tapping into the energy of your friend who passed sometimes. So sometimes if she comes to mind, know that maybe she's kind of guiding you to maybe make an adjustment in the word or something in the staging of something that you've scripted. So just know that she's kind of influencing you when you think of her, and just call upon her when you need some creative help, because she really was a woman of many words that were poignant and direct, and she's with you, Ariana Rose. So thank you for your Facebook question. We're going to take another question from Facebook and from YouTube, and let's see who we have here in our next question on Facebook and YouTube, please. Okay, we're going to go to see if we can get Diane in Melbourne. Let's see if we got Diane back on the line. Diane, are you with us in Melbourne? Diane, are you with us? All right, so that's going to take us to Lindsay in Naples. Lindsay in Naples, how are you tonight? Good to have you, Lindsay. How are you? I am good. Good to connect with you, Lindsay. How high can you grow? What can you shift and change? What are you looking to accomplish this year? Your guides and your angels are saying it's time to grow. It's time to unstick yourself. It's time to expand to a new level. They want you to embrace who you are. Your guides and angels are looking for you, Lindsay, to give yourself permission to kind of break a bit of the patterning so that you can move to the next level for you. And they're talking about your work, your career, your money. This is an important time for you to make a shift. It's an important time for you to ask for what you want, because the energy around you is ripe to help bring forth what you want. Does that make sense to you, Lindsay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it does. And then I had a question for you as well.
Yes.
My question is if any loved ones from the other side are around me.
Yes, we understand that. We need them to step forward and connect with us. And at this minute, no one has stepped forward. When I first connected to you, I looked to see if I saw someone. So that's why the guides and angels were talking about where you are in the journey of what's coming next for you. This is a year of advancement and promotion for yourself. Is that something that you're working on, Lindsay?
It's been on the table, but I'm a mom as well, so part of me is, trying to figure out my priority and what's is most important, because that would be more time away.
Yes, of course. That is a juggling act. There is male energy connected to you that past. Are you looking for a gentleman, please?
Maybe my grandpa. I was hoping my grandma on the other side would step forward. And
yeah, I have a male energy on the other side that's off in the distance here. Makes me feel like grandpa passed first, yes?
No, grandma passed first.
Grandma passed first. Okay, well, grandpa's standing further back. So he went all the way out in the heavens here. Grandma is not stepping forward for you at this minute. That does not mean, Lindsay, that she's not with you. It's just that she's unable to telepathically in the seconds we have before I go to commercial. I'm sure if you and I sat for a few minutes,
Right.
I'd be able to reach her, but literally I have seconds to make the connection. So if they're not in a telepathic vibration that I can access them quickly, then I can't get them because of the timeline that we have here on the radio. But I do see your grandfather stepping there on the other side. But what I hear from my guides is grandmother was someone who was comforting, sweet, and kind, and always made you feel seen, heard, and loved. Is that true? Almost as if she was a mother?
Yeah.
Is that true? Yes. That's what my guides are telling me. So I know that grandma was a spectacular person for you. And, she was kind of like your friend, your best friend in a way. Yes?
Yeah, she was. That's why, all day I'm like, okay, give me a sign, Grandma. Where are your signs? Which I don't know. Is it not that easy for them? Like, just
that's a great
give me
question.
something every once in a while.
Sometimes they're not in a position to be able to do that, and that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong. It's just they're not in a frequency that the veil is thin enough for them to permeate and send us a message. I mean, I can share with you that when my father passed, it took 23 years before I actually saw him in a dream, and I do this for a living. So I'm like, where the heck were you, right? So some people they just aren't able to transmit. Yeah.
And like, as you said about the dream, like I had like one very, very like vivid dream of her like giving me a hug with my grandpa. Mm-hmm. And at that point, like my grandpa had already passed away years after her.
Right.
And like I was walking one way and she was walking another way, and we like passed each other, and like she turned around and like gave me the biggest hug, which like I could still feel to this day, and then kept walking. And I always wondered like what kind of signage that was, or like was that like she's like, and because I really have had no other signs since then.
But you know what? That's the sign you needed, that she's okay. Even though she's walking away from you, she still loves you. She's holding the energy of love for you. She gave you one last contact to remember her, and she will come back when she's able to connect. And that also explains why I still, I don't have her yet, because she's just not able to transmit. And I can only connect to who's able to transmit, and not just in the timeline, but sometimes it's where they are in their journey, and it could stay that way for a little while. But Lindsay, we appreciate your calling.
In my dream,
yes.
Yeah. Well, and in my dream too, she was a lot younger than what she was. Is that something that happens when? That is,
because they're restored to this very youthful feel. They don't have the energy and the problems and the worry. Like sometimes people say, my grandmother or grandfather's mad because they didn't do. They're not mad. They're just up there hanging out in balls of energy and love. That's why the world could take a lesson from the other side, and we most certainly need to have the energy of love. Well, we appreciate you calling. We've got to pop off for commercial break.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Lindsay, for calling.
Thank you.
All right, bye for now.
Bye.
866-972-7247. Write the number down. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back in our 8 o'clock hour, we've got Stacie Haller joining me right after commercial so she can rock us around the astrology clock and tell us what's going on for all the signs. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
To be who we want to be, 'cause the world.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
WSFS 104.3 HD3 Miramar, WFLM 104.7 HD3 Palm Beach Shores, and heard in Broward on 96.9 FM, Boca Raton on 95.3 FM, West Palm Beach on 95.9 FM, and in Martin County on 106.9 FM. We are South Florida's home for the True Oldies channel.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome back to the next hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussion to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all experience and knowledge. We have another hour to listen and call in 866-9-SARAHs. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and you can share the love and light.
It's just not easy to be who we want to be. 'Cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did for everyone we have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking us to move along, to open up a different way of loving one another. We can't stay the same. We've lost the game of life. We can't run away anymore. The world is
changing. And here we are in 2025, and it keeps changing. So what do we need to do? We need to put on the love and send the love all across the nation. Because what the world does need is love. Love, sweet love. And what you need is love. It's the month of love. It's the month to love yourself and to love others and make heartfelt connections. And of course, tell people that you love them, right? We know today is here, but as we've seen in this world, so much is changing. Is tomorrow promised? So make sure that you put in the energy of love and tell someone that you love them. And make sure that people know how much you value them and their presence in your life. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and that's me, Sarah Spiritual. If you'd like to learn more about me and the work I do, like to connect with your loved ones on the other side, you'd love to have questions answered about your personal matters that you can't quite talk about here live on the radio, then go to sarahspiritual.com. There you'll find all the different sessions I offer, as well as my upcoming classes that we have at the Expedito Center in West Palm Beach that is also streamed live, and you can participate from anywhere. So I'd love to have you join me. Well, we've got a very special guest joining us for our second full hour here for our 755th live show, 755 live shows here on national radio. We have Stacie Haller, and she's from Destiny in the Stars. And what we love is that Stacie every month takes the time to connect with all of our listeners and me and imparts some astrological wisdom so that we know what's going on in the stars and how it's going to impact us and where the planets are in our houses. So let's say hello to Stacie. Stacie, how are you tonight?
Hello, Stacie.
Hi, Stacie. Are you with us, Stacie?
I am with you.
Great, Stacie. Good to have you here.
I'm always happy to join you. Happy February, month of love.
Month of love, or as the Hallmark channel would say, love-uary. So happy love-uary.
Well, you got me singing. All You Need Is Love, because I'm a Beatles fan.
All you need is love. Na, 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 na. Yep,
So
all
you
we
sing
need
it
is
much
love.
better than me.
So, Stacie, how is the world looking from an astrological point of view? Please tell us what's going on. It's kind of crazy. Like January definitely wasn't one of those calm little slow entrances into a year. It definitely lit things up.
No, and, we have been talking over the past couple of months that there's a lot of energies that are challenging all of us, the planet, humanity. And that's why I thought today what we could talk about is amidst all of this, where in our own personal lives we're going to get a little break because two planets are going direct this month. And a lot of the planets have been in retrograde, which is very challenging. I know we spoke about Mars being in retrograde. The fiery planet of Mars has been in watery energy, and that hasn't really felt like a lot of fun.
No.
And Jupiter, which is the planet of opportunities and luck and expansion, that's been in retrograde. So I thought it would be helpful to take a look, since both of those planets are going to go direct this month. So where can we move forward? Where in our lives might be going a little bit smoother? And then at the end of the month, we do actually have a week where every planet is direct. So I want everybody to kind of focus on moving in that direction, because when we chat next month, we got a couple of retrogrades popping back. But in the meantime, let's look at the areas which in each of our signs that maybe have been holding us back. Maybe we've been doing some reconsidering, thinking about not seeing some forward motion, that we'll get a break with those planets going direct. So I thought that would be a good thing for us to focus on tonight.
I think that's a great idea. And, any window of shift and change that we can all apply ourselves to move with a little resistance to no resistance would be most appreciative at this time, right? Because it's definitely been some challenges for a lot of people. So if there's a window of opportunity for us to move forward and go direct and get our ducks in a row so that we can power up for the next set of retrogrades, because from what I understand, Stacie, there's a lot of retrograde action this year, more so than direct, peaceful, calm. So there's a lot of retrogrades this year. So it's going to definitely be one of those years that we're taking a step forward and then we cha-cha back a couple of steps to reflect before we can move forward again. Is that correct?
Yes, but I'll put a little glimmer of hope out there. So in the beginning of April through May and June, we'll have most planets, almost everything except the nodes, indirect. So we will get a break. So the energies gives us opportunities. But, we all have our own choices. And as you were talking about, we have to create our own love energy around us. And when we talk about the energies of the planets, that's what's around us, but we all have choices, and we all create our own reality. So it's really a guide for us, but we need to take control, as a lot of what you talked about tonight, of how we want to live. So I thought that, yes, let's take a look at, for every sun sign, and if any of you out there also know your rising sign, pay attention to both. Because for some of us, our rising sign resonates even stronger than our sun sign. So if you know both, see which one resonates for you. And if you know, I'm sure you all know your sun sign, pay attention to see where, if things have been holding you back, you might be able to now take the opportunity to put all your plans into action. How's that?
Yes, please. Let's take a move.
All right. So let's start with Aries. Now, Jupiter, for everybody, Jupiter went direct yesterday. Maybe you felt a little of that relief. So for you, Aries, it went direct in your house of communications. If there's projects you were planning in the works to get out there and communicate, or maybe even start a new job, it's also about your neighborhood, what your local area is like, and it also is about your siblings. So if things have been a little not as great as they could be, you're going to have opportunities to smooth out those relationships now. Now, Mars, which goes direct, everybody, on the 23rd, Mars, Aries, is in your fourth house of home. So if you've been thinking about making changes in your home, maybe a move, a renovation, redecorate, now is the time you could move forward with those, and it's a time to enjoy your home and entertain. Now, Taurus, Jupiter is going direct in your second house of money and values. So now you could go forward with those plans to fix your finances. You may get some money coming in now that you've been waiting for. Maybe it's also time to ask for that raise. Now, Mars for you, Taurus, is going direct in your third house of communication. So get out, spread the word, share your ideas. And for you here with your siblings, once Mars goes direct, that energy might calm down a little bit. So if you haven't had those great conversations, still watch what you say. Mars is still fiery, but going direct, you can make some progress. Now, Gemini, Jupiter is going direct in your first house, in your sign. So the focus now is on you and your path and changes you want to make. And whatever you've been machinating about, changing the way you look, what you want to be in the world, what your path is, now you can move forward. And Mars for you, Gemini, is going direct in your second house of money. So time for your material security to get better. You could move forward, and money can be coming in. So the money for you is going to be in a better place when Mars goes direct. Now, Cancer, Jupiter is going direct in your 12th house. That's the house of healing and closures and making way for fresh starts. So for you, Cancers, really pay attention to your gut. Listen to your intuition and purge what you need to get rid of. Mars for you is going direct in your first house, so it's time for your goals to move forward and for you to be making plans of where you want to be and get active and focus on your own identity. Now, Leo, Jupiter goes direct in your house of friends and groups and teamwork and technology. So if you've been wanting to get out there and make new associations, join new groups, now is the time. Thinking about collaborating with someone, now is a great time to move forward with those projects. Now, your Mars goes direct in your 12th house. So for you, that's where the healing is going to be also when Mars goes direct. Plan your next steps. Start those transitions. Let go of what you need to let go so you can move forward. Now, Virgo, your Jupiter is going direct in your career house. So whatever you've been thinking about in your career, you're back in action, Virgo. You could plan that move, maybe a new job, maybe new opportunities, maybe a promotion and getting some recognition. So if you felt that you weren't getting those opportunities, now Jupiter is going direct right in your house of career. And for you, Mars is going direct in your house of teamwork and collaborations and projects. It's also about technology. So Virgos, if you've been working on some plans to do work in the technology arena, you could really get some progress now. Now, Libra, Jupiter is going direct in your house of travel. Jupiter loves travel. Jupiter loves big travel abroad. The house of study, media. Now you could plan that trip. You might have opportunities presenting to yourself. Get out of your comfort zone and get out into the world. Your Mars is going direct in your house of career, so that's when you'll see some progress. Start networking. Make meetings with new business opportunities. Now is the time you can make progress now in your house of career when Mars goes direct. Scorpio, Jupiter is going direct in your house of very intimate relationships. It's also the house of joint resources. So you might see some luck with some stock or dividends or money from other sources when Jupiter goes direct. Maybe your closest intimate relations can move to that next level now. If you have debt, it's a great time to pay it down, and it's a great time to look at investments. Now, Scorpio, your Mars goes direct in your house of travel and study. It's also about media. So if you want to take that shot now of putting that blog out there or getting involved in something to publish, or you've been thinking about a trip or taking a new class, when Mars goes direct, those opportunities will be there for you. Sag, Jupiter is direct in your 7th house. That's committed relationships. That's personal, romantic relationships and business relationships. So when Jupiter goes direct, you could have new possibilities. You could get over the hurdles. And if you're single, it might be time that you could meet someone. Maybe it'll even be during travel, since Jupiter is all about travel too, or maybe you'll meet someone in a class. Or maybe that person will be a little different than what you're used to. Now, Mars goes direct for you, Sagittarians, in your shared resources house. So now money can go in a positive direction for you. If you need to reshuffle your shared resources with someone, get all the right info. Maybe money could come in from you from sources that you're not anticipating. It could be anything, like a royalty or a commission. Sometimes it's even an inheritance. Now, Capricorn, Jupiter is going direct in your house of everyday life. That's health and work. New health regimes. Now you can move forward. Make those healthcare appointments. Get your house organized. Finally, you could clean up house and kind of get everything in order in a positive direction. Now, your Mars goes direct in your house of committed relationships. So if it's been a little rocky with a business partner or a committed lover relationship, karma heads will prevail a little bit. And if you need to make new connections, now is a good time, too, for you to do that. Now, Aquarius, happy birthday to all of you. Jupiter is going direct in your house of romance. It's also the house of children. It's the house of showing your talents. So when Jupiter goes direct, Aquarius, get out, connect with people, reboot that project you've been thinking about, show off your talents, and you too might be meeting some new people in a romantic way. Now, Mars goes direct in your daily life. So you too can make progress with your wellness plans, new routines. If you've been trying to break old habits and get in a better health regime, now is the time. Join a gym, clean up and organize. And Pisces, Jupiter goes direct in your fourth house of family and home. So if you've been thinking about what you need, you could move forward. Do you need to do that renovation? Were you thinking about a move? Have there been some, let's say, conflicts or challenges with folks in your family? Now you can start to clear the air and move forward there. Now, Mars is going direct in your house of romance and talents, too, so your love life moves forward as well, and you can meet some new people. And also for you, if it's been a little rocky with your relationships with your children, you get much smoother sailing after Mars goes direct. Maybe if you're thinking about adding a member to your family, there could be news of an addition to your family. So I wanted to highlight some of the areas where some of you might have been feeling more restricted and things not flowing as smoothly. The energies are there now for you to move forward in those areas in your life. And as Sarah says, if you live in love and you keep that love energy around you, and don't get crazy, everybody, about what's going on in the world. We cannot control all of that. But what we can control is ourselves and our lives and the decisions we make and how we want to live. And when we all live in love collectively, we'll see that in the world. Don't you think, Sarah?
See that we want to send out to the universe all the love that there is.
We want to live in love and build a collective of love. And that will help everybody because we need it in our own lives and we want to send it out to all those who need it as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Stacie, we send you much love. We're in great appreciation of you popping in every month to give us our astrological report so that all of our listeners know what to expect. And if you'd like to have a personal session with Stacie Haller, you can go to destinyinthestars.com. There you'll be able to see all the astrological offerings that she has. It's a great time to get your birth chart and know what's going on. She's got a lot of insight, and she's been tapping into the astrology world for 30 years. So she has her expertise behind us. So go to destinyinthestars.com and register for your session with Stacie Haller. Stacie, thank you so much for joining us here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And I imagine we're going to rock around the clock with you next month when we march into the beautiful energy of spring and March.
I look forward to it. Thank you as always for having me. And I look forward to chatting again next month.
All right, honey. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Bye.
866-972-7247. If you're on hold, don't go anywhere because we're going to get to your calls. If you have not picked up the phone to join the conversation, then now's the time, 866-972-7247. We're going to be answering your questions right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah in just a moment as soon as we come back from this commercial break.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your soul? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its story.
And we are back here live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. And we are answering your questions. So we were talking back here and let's see, did we say we have Debbie in Palm Beach Gardens still available for us? Is Debbie there? So let's hear from Debbie. Debbie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Sarah?
I'm doing well. Good to connect with you.
Same here.
Debbie, what's your question?
For you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I reunited with an old friend from high school. He went through a bad time recently. We've been hanging out with each other for a couple of years now, and I have strong feelings for him, but
I'm not sure if he has the same feelings for me. We haven't done anything in a couple of years. But he calls me a lot. We're together, and he's really not that well. So I just wanted to know, like, if that was going to go anywhere or...
Yeah, it's funny because I just feel like he cares for you greatly. I just don't know that he has enough energy to commit to say we're in a relationship. I really feel like he's got a lot on his plate, and he's giving you as much as he can give you with where he's at in his journey. What is his birthday, Debbie?
Oh, God. March. It's in March. I don't know. His year is 61. I'm not quite sure the date. It's the beginning of March.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know that it's going to lead to a marriage, but I don't see him interested in seeing anybody else either.
Okay.
So,
I don't want a marriage anymore.
Good. So, I just feel like he's showing up for you the best way he can. When I move you in the direction of where you are, it's really about partnerships, people who are aligned with you, people who are connected to your soul, people who are meant to be in your path. These are the types of individuals you're meant to have with you. So look for experiences that are soul fulfilling. And I feel like when you're with this gentleman that you feel very comfortable, that you feel like he's a significant soul connection for you. So I want you to honor that.
Okay. I will. And then I just had one more question.
Yes.
A death from a long time ago. Is any of their, long time ago, any of their angels, are they around me or...
So, Debbie, first of all, is this your first time calling into the show?
Yes, it is.
Well, welcome. How did you hear about the show?
Because I listened to your radio station, and I heard you on the station, so I said, I'm going to call it.
Good. Yes, well, your loved ones passed a long time ago. Yes? Mother's energy has been gone for quite a while, yes?
No, I'm taking care of my mother.
Okay, then mother's mother energy, because I have female energy stepping connected to you above mother. Has your mother been talking about her mother?
No. No.
Because we've got your grandmother's energy here, and she makes me feel like there's a birthday and anniversary. Whose birthday is coming up soon, please?
My sister.
Okay. Yeah, because she's talking about a birthday.
My birthday?
No, before your birthday. So your sister's before your birthday. Yes, your sister's in the next month or two or so, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
My friend's birthday is coming up too.
No. This is your sister because it's connected to your family, all right? Because she makes me feel like somebody's birthday is coming. She's connected to the birthday. So that's just a reference that she's connecting to your soul family, even though she's not connected to you any longer. Mm-hmm. Okay. Male energy. Reading glasses. This is father's energy, please.
Father's energy?
Father's energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, he wore reading glasses or glasses, please.
Did he wear reading? I don't know. Did he wear reading glasses? Dad. Oh, well, there's another father that was in my life, and he wore.
Okay, that's who's stepping forward. I have a man with reading glasses, kind of looking over the glasses to look at me. He's showing me that he is with you. So he's stepping forward for you. Okay.
Okay. That's funny. That's what he used to do.
Yeah, that's how he shows himself. Like he kind of like peers over them to look at you like you can't see him through the glass. So he's got to look above the glass so you can make sure he's making eye contact with you, right? So it's the look he used to give you, right? So he's here with you. Many people with you on the other side, honey. You have quite the crew. And there's another gentleman standing there, not clear to me, so I can just describe what I have. Another gentleman standing there, but this gentleman makes me feel like he's someone who would have been in your age range. It's not an elder. Did you lose someone who was around your age, like a brother or someone, please?
No, a friend, not a male figure, though.
Okay. I have a male energy of someone who passed before their time. It may not ring a bell to you. Remember, I get to see everybody. So it is a male figure, like someone would have been about the age of your brother or someone that was a friend of yours, in this 5 or 10 year mark of your energy, okay, of where you are. But they died early. They died before their time. They're in your family lineage, and they're there on the other side, okay? So that's who I see. So we'll have to let you figure that one out with the time that we have here on radio. But this person makes me feel like they died young. They died before their time. That's what they keep saying. I died before my time. I passed before my time. So
there was a male of my friends who died very young.
Yes. Someone who would have been like a friend or a brother to you, that's the person who's with you.
Well, yeah, it was her child.
So he's with you.
Like, huh?
Yeah, he's with you, honey. He's with you.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right, my dear. Well, we are glad to make this connection with you, and we thank you for calling in. We do hope that you continue to listen to the show and participate. I'd love to hear from you again. I trust that I've been of service to you and answered your questions for now.
Yes, you have. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. God bless you. Bye for now. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
866-972-7247. And we're going to go back to our phone lines. And I've got Joy in New Jersey. Joy in New Jersey. How are you? Joy, are you with me? Do we have Joy here with us?
Yes, can you hear me?
I hear you now.
Hear me? Hello?
I do, yes. Thank you so much.
Okay. Sure. Very confused and overwhelmed.
Well, what is your burning question for us?
So I just an update. I did talk to you a few months back, and I had been displaced for quite a while with my daughter.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I remember.
We did move in. Yes, we did move into my desired location, and I am happy about that. But I'm also very overwhelmed, and I've been fighting a lot of depression. Confused about where I'm going in life and my love life, and just wondering what there is that I need to know, what directions, I can gather.
Well, you've been through so much, and to finally be on your own and have all that responsibility on you is a lot.
Yeah.
And now to realize that you are truly alone and you have to figure it out is an overwhelming feeling for you.
Yeah.
All right. So it will begin to ease up for you. Are you looking for new work, please, at this time?
I have been going through the disability process. I'm having a really hard time figuring out that part of my life. I've been exempt from work because of my mental health.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really struggling with that right now. So,
Yes. Talk to your angels, because your angels are going to assist you in this. I know that the past few years have been more than you thought you could bear, but you have indeed gone through the worst of it. Now it's just finding your rhythm, finding your strength, and being able to trust that you're going to know exactly what to do at the perfect time. No one can understand what you've went through and the tragedy that you've suffered. So for them, they just want you to snap out of it. It's not that easy. The body is holding on to such incredible trauma, and the memory of it keeps playing in your mind. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so with that trauma, we need to allow yourself the ability to continue to grieve so that you can heal yourself. And that's what the disability process and the resolution of disability will bring you, is the opportunity to feel not so pressured and be able to heal.
Yeah.
I feel that once that happens, you'll be able to be in a better rhythm for yourself.
Will it actually happen this year? I've just been going through it for so long. They haven't even contacted my current therapist or anything. It's like they don't care.
It's a process, and it does take time. Have they initially declined you, and are you in a second process?
Yes, I've already appealed, and I just missed the deadline for another appeal. I'm just a mess. It's a lot for me.
Yeah. Do you have a lawyer helping you?
I have a caseworker that is says that she has like a paralegal that does that would be able to help me.
You're going to need a little help because sometimes these organizations just need a little bit more force than you're capable of giving.
Yeah.
So get that paralegal on it for you so that you can get a little further. But I do feel that 2025 should bring you this resolution. And you just need to keep doing the work you're doing with your therapist so that you could find your way to be stronger.
Yeah.
We're not looking at disability to be a long-term thing. You don't want to stay like this for the rest of your life. It's just that right now you need the help. And, continue to look for other services that are available for you and grief organizations that can help you. There
I
are
do
a
have
lot
a friend that has been helping me financially, and it's been kind of like a romantic thing at the same time. But I'm just very confused about that and where it's even going.
Yeah. Well, it's hard because you're not in a position to really be centered in your heart.
Yeah.
Free of the memories and the things that are weighing you down. So I'm sure some days you're in a good space and other days you're not able to be a partner for someone else. And that's difficult because that brings about, you feel guilty that you can't show up for them and, they're helping you and you want to be an equal vibrational match, but you can't because you're still tied from the past that you haven't healed from and the trauma. So it's a bit of a cycle for you, right? But it is good to know that there's someone who loves you and cares for you, and you don't really want to let that go because it's not that you don't care. It's just you can't fully show up emotionally and spiritually the way that you could if you were in a better state of mind. So you have to give yourself grace, and you have to trust that everything's happening together.
He's also going to walk away because of my position.
Well, don't put that fear out there, okay? You can only do what you can. It's not like he doesn't know what you're going through. He does.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like he's there for the reasons to be of service to you and to honor you and love you where you're at. Right? Whether he's your lifetime partner, it's too soon to even begin that because you're not in that space. So work with your
Yes.
therapist, continue to do what you have to do, and get some paralegal help so that you can get your paperwork settled. Talk to your angels.
Yeah.
They're going to make it easier for you. All right?
Okay.
All right, Joy, we're
Thank
sorry
you.
that you're still going through this, but we know that this too shall pass. This year is representative of you kind of finding some rhythm of money and work and business. So I know that with or without disability, you are going to be okay. I do feel that this should be approved in this year. And we do wish you, because we know your birthday's coming, we wish you a very happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye for now. 866-972-7247. We're going to grab a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we've got another call to get to. So stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
And we are back here live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. If you're just joining us, you can catch us every Wednesday night from 6:30 to 9 p.m. I want to thank Stacie Haller from Destiny and the Stars for joining us in the 8 o'clock hour. And want to thank our callers who have called in. And we've got another caller in Hollandale. We've got Joey on the line. Joey, how are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I've opened up my doors to love and career. I feel more confident than before. And
Good.
I don't know, last year I mentioned that I met a gentleman named Bobby who had kids. And I decided to give him a second chance. I said, let me reevaluate. Maybe I'm pushing him or expecting something that I used to be in previous relationships. I said, let me open up. This person is different. He's actually has his priorities straight. He's looking after his kids. And I said, that's a great thing. And in the meantime, not doing anything. And it looks pretty good. I like it better than rush. So I want to know where that's going. I also got a couple of guys who like me in the neighborhood. And I want to know if I'm going to keep, my career, I keep growing it. And I'm pretty confident that just to show up every day and keep giving it my best.
Well, that's a great vibration to put forth, as I know you know. There is quite a bit of energy this year. This year is a two-parter, so I love when the years are a two-parter. First part of the year is what's love got to do with it? All about love. And so this energy is the time for you to meet and greet and connect with people, and romantically and from a friendship perspective as well as a business perspective. And then when we move you throughout the year, we build the momentum of financial wellness, financial stability, financial flow. This is a year where, you can actually sit there and sing, I'm in the money, right? And have that feel of vibration. So things are beginning to recalibrate, is the word Spirit is giving me. I know you've done some restructuring in your spiritual connection and how you work and what you do, and also in how you view things. Yes. And so that recalibration, restructuring that you've done, even from moving things in your house to different placements of significant items, has shifted the energy in your home, thus shifted the flow that allows love and finances to come in. So if you've done a little feng shui into your house and a little crystal movement, you put everything in the right place because everything's ready to come in your front door.
Yes, Sarah, you are absolutely right on the head. I don't know why, but my sister came like a hurricane after a divorce in my life, and she made me clean the house in Thanksgiving, and it's been nonstop because she gives me the edge. And I said, dear God, if I get a boyfriend, I want him to be just like my sister because we never disagree on anything. And she just gives me this new lifestyle. And I have to declutter everything. Every little thing is ready for meeting a person. And that's when I said, maybe I should have given Bobby a second chance. I went too quickly in saying, I'm second to your children. And I made a harsh decision on that.
Right.
And so now it's nicer to get a nice little text message every now and then, and there's something wrong with that. And my sister's she's a Scorpio and I'm a Libra. We're spending every weekend together, and that's a very good, positive note for us.
Good.
And my dad has been present. And now I'm reading the coffee and my wand. I'm doing the scan where I scan you, and then I remove what's wrong, and then I tell you what's going on in the reading. It's amazing. I don't know where I didn't do that before, but new things are popping up like that. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. That. And it's really making me happy. It makes me happy because, and I dress up. And you're right, but it feels good. I just want to say, I think that Sarah may see this good. I don't want to hurt, though. I don't want to get hurt with Bobby. I heard
Well, it's
somebody
not a
told me
matter.
he wasn't ready
All
last
right,
year.
Joey, take a breath. It's not a matter of getting hurt. It's a matter of you need to show up with an open heart. And whether he's ready or not, you're ready. And if he can't meet that vibration, he's the door opener for you for the future. But you need to allow this connection to flow. And, it's good that you recognize that it was your personal self, your personality self that was being responsive to his way of being. His way of being is not what you thought you wanted, but maybe what you thought you wanted is a little too much for you right now because you have other priorities. And you can't, even though we want a partner, we can't make it be all about a partner for you right now because you're also stepping out of this restructuring of your life, and that includes your spiritual journey and your path as a spiritual worker. Joey, they are getting ready to take me off air for the end of the show, but I just wanted to get to your call. Enjoy. What I was hearing from Spirit was live in the moment of now, Joey. Joey, don't lose yourself in, what if I get hurt? What if? We want you just to be in the energy of now, and everything has its purpose, its moment, its time to fill your flow. And as you fill the flow of the frequency of what's to come and holding your energy in a path that is a high vibratory pattern, it is going to create new opportunities for you.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Joey. Thank you so much for your call. We greatly appreciate your listening to the show. Bye for now. 866-972-7247. If we didn't get to your call tonight, please write the number down. We would love to chat with you next Wednesday night, because next Wednesday will be our 756th live show. So we look forward to talking to you all next week. Visit my website, sarahspiritual.com. There you can find out all about the sessions that I offer, as well as all the classes we've got coming up. We've got a busy schedule ahead of us, so I sure hope you join me live online or live at the center and learn and grow spiritually, and pop in for a few products that you may need to shift your consciousness and assist you in your spiritual path. Go to sarahspiritual.com and visit me at the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. For now, we bid you farewell. We will be back next Wednesday night. Good night. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
We don't know the past.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate through life. Listen and call in next week and let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in every Wednesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. with more from Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.